Hey, this is Digital Dave reporting from Chiang Mai, Thailand. Been here almost 7 years, and I've enjoyed just about every single day here. But I want to make a quick video about, I got to thinking about, it's a friend of mine. We were on an island called Koh Samui. He's since passed away, but when we were there a couple of years ago, we were talking about how we've hacked the system. We're hackers, and I don't mean computer hackers, but what I mean is that we've hacked our way out of the matrix or the rat race from the West. We're both from the US. And we came here because we're living 1/3 the cost here in Thailand. 1/3 the cost, twice as much fun. It's a great deal if you ask me. But and we don't need a car here. We don't need an automobile. I get around on a motorcycle, and I have a bicycle as well. Some people don't have either. Some people, if you live in the old city of Chiang Mai, they can walk. They can walk around. That's how Chiang Mai is designed. It is very bike friendly, motorbike friendly. Some people say it's not bicycle friendly, but I have a bicycle as well, and I'm happy. I enjoy riding my bicycle. But in a sense that I've hacked the system, not needing to own a car, that's a big expense. People take out a loan for a car for 5 years, now sometimes 7 years, just to own a vehicle. Crazy. And it's interesting how most places in the world, particularly in the West, the cities are designed where you have to have a car. And that's a conspiracy of mine. I've got a lot of theories, but I believe it's true. They could easily make these smart cities all over where you just need a bicycle or a motorbike to get around. But the way it's designed is you have to have a car. If you come here to Chiang Mai, and there's other places too. I know some people are moving to Mexico and going to, I can't think of the other cities that people are going to. One of them is Tbilisi, Georgia Republic, and which I'll be checking out here. Just well-designed cities that are cheap to live, and you may not necessarily need to have a car. Motorbike is probably required, but that's the way life should be. You know, people in the West, they live in a box, they live in a house, they live in a box called a car, they work in a cubicle box, they get home from work and they stare at a box called their television. And so I freed myself from that coming here. We both did. Too bad my friend passed away. He's a good friend of mine, but he understood what I was talking about hacking the system or leaving the matrix, which is what we did. And another hack that I've discovered is that I used to sell on Amazon. I had an Amazon business while living here in Thailand, and it did really well. Did so well, I actually was able to sell the business through a broker. After I sold the business, I got into cryptos, Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, which is another hack. It's a hack out of the financial system because the banks are collapsing while they're collapsing on the way down, which is, we're going to have a big banking crisis coming up. And I tell people, I hope you can get out of the banking system best any way you can. And cryptocurrencies and like Bitcoin is a way to get out. It's another hack, how you can get out of the banking system, because it's just a scam. I hear people all the time approach me about their banks are screwing them over with this. They can't get their money out. Their accounts are being seized by whatever for something to happen. Like, I don't know, there's some stories I can't really talk about. Just some crazy stories I'm hearing about people getting their accounts locked up for, it seems like, no reason. And it just goes on and on about what the banks are doing. The banks are really creative about figuring out how to charge you more money, but they haven't had any new innovations in years or decades. And that's where cryptos come in. Cryptos are being changed and new innovation is coming all the time. There's so much information with cryptos. And I've been following this whole space for 2.5 years, and I help people on board to get into the cryptocurrency game, to invest. And I teach them how to do it properly and which cryptos to buy into. There's more than Bitcoin, there's a lot of them. And some of them are poised to make some really, really big moves. And if you're interested in investing in Bitcoin or cryptocurrencies, I'll put a link to my new cryptocurrency channel So all I'll do is talk about cryptos. I'll put a link in that description. If you have no interest in cryptos, that's fine. No problem. A lot of people just don't quite understand it. And they talk about how Bitcoin was 20,000, then it went down to 3, and that's all they talk about. Because a lot of people, when they got into cryptos, most people bought at the top, and that's just what people do. And very few people buy at the bottom. When Bitcoin was 3,000 and 4,000, I was telling people it's a good time to buy, but they were so either burned or they knew somebody that were burned when they bought Bitcoin at 20. But now Bitcoin is about 8,200, 8,500, something like that. Still a good time to get in. But there's other cryptos that are cryptocurrencies that are better investment. But it's how to hack the system. That's how I've hacked the system, and I teach other people how to hack the system. Get out of that banking system, because it's only going to go down from here. The banks are just looking for ways to rip you off. You know, we've got Cyprus, the haircuts from Cyprus, where they just stole people's money without asking. They just stole people's money 20% and up. And I think Cyprus 2.0 is going to happen in other parts of the world, maybe in the U.S. So I'll put a link in that to my new channel in the description. If you're not interested in cryptocurrencies or Bitcoin, no problem. I'll continue to make videos about Thailand. So if you want to make more money, if you want your money to go 2 to 3 times further, come to Thailand and other parts of the world. And that's just a way to earn money that way. To make your money go further is a tax-free way to make your money go further. So basically, if you triple your savings by living in a place that's 2 to 3 times cheaper than where you are now. Okay, it's Digital Dave. That's all I got. See you in the next video. Bye.